Hey everyone, welcome to our 4 o'clock live chat. I hope everybody's having a great day. I'm Heather and I'm with Luminous, and Renee and I come to you live every day. And I'm going to put down here what the times are that we normally come live. And we're normally on YouTube. So if you are interested in seeing more of us, definitely come on over. Go on over to YouTube and make sure you do subscribe to us below so it'll pop up when we are live and you can hear more about Luminous. We do these lives every day, Monday through Friday, so you learn more about Luminous. It's also a way for you to ask questions, to see products that you're interested in, and just have some fun. Honestly, we just have a lot of fun. So I'm going to get started. Hey, Candace, how are you? So normally we do go over the basics and we are going over the starter kit. So I'm going to be using the Icon Pro. You might have the Icon, which is in black, or you might have the Legend. Hey, Nancy. Or you might have the Legend. And the only difference between all of them is the Icon Pro has 2 speeds. And one is going to be a little bit stronger air pressure, so you can do tanning and body work. And then the Legend is going to be a little bit bigger square. And so those are the differences. So hello. Hey, everybody. Hey, Jeannie. Marie, Elba. How are you? So in this one, we are going to do full face of makeup. And so I do like to go over what you get in your starter kit, just so you are aware. And if you're new to Luminous, then you will know if maybe you haven't even opened it. Maybe you're waiting to open it. Maybe you opened it and you're like, I don't know what to do with this. So you're watching this to find out more details. And so the starter kits, it obviously comes with your system. It also comes with 2 bottles of foundation. Now, the bottles of foundation will change, obviously, depending on the kit that you get, but we do give you the 2 large bottles for 2 reasons. One, you're going to get 2 different shades, so you can get that perfect color match, whether it's a single bottle or whether you're mixing the 2. We also give you the large bottle so you can practice. Think of the starter kit as your practice kit. We also give you Love, which is a hydrating illuminator, and then the blush, which of course we all love the blush because it is so high pigmented and amazing. So I am going to show you a few things that are not in the starter kit, but just to show you how you can use them. So because I'm doing a full face, I'm going to go in, and this is the Peach Color Corrector. I'm putting about 3 drops in there. The peach color corrector is good for, sunspots, dark circles, things like that. And so you can go in, and I always call this the pre-work. I can get my pre-coverage. And so I'm going in and I'm lightly spraying under my eyes, but notice that I always keep my stylus moving. Always. I'm never going to stay in one spot ever. I'm never going to stay in one spot. So I can move it, keep going, blend it. I go back to get more coverage. I make passes to get the coverage that I want, but I always, always, always keep my stylus moving. I'm going to look in the mirror real quick. Make sure I have a little sunspot right there I'm going to cover. Now, the other thing is I'm not going to cover it 100%. When I'm going in for the pre-coverage, you're going to get coverage with the foundation because our foundations are so much, so much you can do with them. So you can get sheer to light coverage. It doesn't matter. Sheer to full coverage doesn't matter because you're going to get, it'll be anything you want it to be. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Nancy, Gloria. I had to switch to YouTube, bigger photos. Hey, Kimberly, Mary Grace, good to see you. Hello, hello. I do want to put in here too, we have our steps of what we want you to do when you first get the package out. And when you first get your system, or like I said, maybe it's sitting on a counter and you haven't even opened it, that's the first step, is open it and just play with it. Get it out, play with it, feel what it's going to feel like on your face. It already comes put together. So your hose is already attached to your stylus. That's attached to the compressor. The only thing you have to do is plug it in. When you turn it on, there's air that comes out. So what's great about that is wherever the air is where the makeup's going to go. So when you first get it out and just play with it. Feel what it's going to feel like on your face. Put water in here. And then you can put the cap on and just spray water on your face. Another way, again, you're getting this in your hand. The more you have this in your hand, the more you're going to learn, even if you're just playing with water. The other thing, like I said earlier, is keep moving. We're putting it all over. So, of course, we're going to keep moving and keep going around our face. Hey, Catherine. Lauren, I think I said hi to Lauren. I don't want to miss anybody. And then make sure you are keeping the stylus 4 finger widths away from your face. And the one thing you're going to want to practice is the pulling back of the trigger. You're going to pull back very lightly. If you're looking in the mirror and you're doing this to see it go on, you're doing it too heavy. Airbrush makeup should go on so light that you should question whether or not it's even coming out. And I know that sounds weird, but that is how it is. It is going on so light that it should also dry instantly. So if you're not there yet, don't worry about it. You'll get there. Again, every day you use it, every day you put it on, you're going to learn and you're going to have a better experience with it. We always tell people to do it 7 days in a row. By that 7th day, you will have it down. All right, I'm putting my drop of blush in here. I'm doing 2 drops, and I have the Plum blush. Now, the Plum is our higher pigmented blush, but I love it. And if you notice, I'm putting it on first. And I'm putting it on first because if I do get heavy-handed, it's okay because I can go back or I will be putting my foundation on over it. And so that way it's going to blend. I talked about that for years and then finally did it. And I was like, oh, wait, I like it a little bit better. So I'm going in right now, turned on my system, have my blush in there. I'm moving it, my fingers off the trigger. I'm just feeling the air right now. Can I still check my email? Are you talking to me, Sarah? You can email me. Let me put my email up here. There we go. Yeah, I still get email. I'm still with Luminous. All right, so I'm moving, and now I'm pulling back on my trigger. I like to make those movements first, and then, because that way I don't get any hot spots. If you get hot spots, then if you get the hot spot when you're doing blush, it's a little bit harder to correct, but very correctable since we are putting it first. Now, because our blush is super high pigmented and it gets, I always say our blush blooms or you get blush happy, it's okay because we're still going to do the foundation on over it. Guys, you can't do that with any other makeup. The fact that you can blend it out with the foundation is pretty darn amazing. Tracy said that was one of your best tips. Yay! I love it that you started with blush first. Well, been doing this for a little bit. And people always were struggling because of the blush being so high pigmented. And like I said before, I did it after I talked about it forever. And then I was like, wait a minute. I just like it better because it does blend. And like Renee loves her blush. So Renee would put it on after foundation because she likes more blush than I do. But either way is doable. That's why I always tell you guys, if you're new to Luminous, if you're new to airbrushing, just get the foundation down. Once you get these movements, once you get the 4 finger widths away and you keep moving and barely pull back on that trigger, once you get that down, everything else is easy because so that's the great thing. You're going to email me, Sarah? That sounds good. Hey, Susan, how are you? Hi, Kayla, how are you? Hello, I like that. Hey, y'all. I love it. All right, so now I am going to put on Mystic. There it is. And I'm using Mystic Shade 3. Now think about this, guys. I'm a 3 in silk. I'm a 3 in, I use 3 across the board. Now there is sometimes, because this is higher pigment, it might, if you spray heavier, it might show darker. So you can lighten it up with glow. You can lighten it up, with even put some love in there. So you might need to you can even lighten it with another foundation. But if you're spraying correctly, you would be okay, because again, it's very forgiving as far as makeup goes. You can correct it, but just know that because it's a higher pigment, it might read a little darker, but it's not going to be off by much. Okay, so now I have my drops in here. Hey Deborah, how are you? I miss you too. Oh, Sarah, yes. Yeah, girl, I have everything. Sarah asked if she didn't know if I could get my email at home. I have everything set up. Sent you an email after the last. Nancy, I'll look. I haven't had a chance. I had a Zoom meeting as soon as I got off, so I will check when I finish. Tracy says I put 2 drops of love in my Mystic. Do you like that finish, Tracy? I love it just because it does change the look a little bit. Now, if you can see, guys, I can talk and airbrush at the same time. That should show you how easy it is to do this. So now I'm going in, I'm just making my passes. I'm going to move my hair out of the way. Terry says, how do you know what colors will match what you normally wear? Normally wear from an airbrush foundation, our airbrush, or our regular. If you're new to Luminous and you're picking out a shade to give you a range. So if you're wanting to purchase a system, you're going to get a fair, medium, tan, warm, or deep shade range, and we give you 2 different bottles so you can match. Number 1, we have a 100%, we have a 100% color match guarantee. So if you get it home and it's the wrong shade, we're going to fix that for you. However, this is very forgiving because you're not putting it on like regular makeup. So that's what I said, is normally I'm shade 3 across the board. But yeah, we give it because you can match and blend in other shades, which I'll show you in just a minute. Let's see. Tracy says I use Love first, then the blush, and add Mystic and another drop of. Oh, I like that. No, that was actually Jeannie asked me if it was the Tulip blush, and that was actually Plum. And Plum is one that we put in the darker skin tone blushes, but I really, really love it. I love the color. It's great for eyeshadow even. I've even put it on my lips. But guys, notice when I'm airbrushing, I have these big old earrings on. It is not getting everywhere. It is only going where I point it. All right, I still have some in here. I'm just going to blow the rest of this out. And now let's do some other makeup. Now I forgot to do my eyebrows. So let's go in. I'm going to use the Duo eyebrow pencil. And this one is in Cocoa. And I'm going to draw like feather-like strokes, light passes to shape the eyebrows. Normally what I do is I start from the top because I like my eyebrows up, not bringing my face down. Candace says, I blend my colors and they are different undertones, but it works out really well. Try blending. I got my foundation. Oh, okay, sorry. Shannon says, I got my foundation and it's way too dark, even though on this side it should have been okay. Shannon, what shade did you get, baby? Because let me tell you real quick, chances are, especially if you're new, if you're in the shade range of what you should should be in. We can get it to work, but we can definitely match you. So you're a darker skin tone? What movie star are you shade range? Who do you match movie star wise? Because this is 8 is pretty dark. So yeah, we might have to go up, but I have actually on one of these lives, I actually started with a shade 9. Okay, shade 9. So Shannon, if you're a shade 8, I started with the shade 9 and I'm normally a 3 and was like, how's it look? And everybody's like, oh, it looks great. And then I went on my cheek so you could see what color I was using. And then I switched to my 3 to finish it and it was fine. Never had to wipe off the shade 8. Guys, when I'm telling you to spray lightly, I'm not kidding. You're going to spray so light. That's why I'm saying it is so forgiving. But Shannon, honey, no worries. What you need to do, sort of between a little lighter than J-Lo. So Shannon, you're going to be a tan, fair medium, warm. You probably got tan, and I would probably get warm if I had to guess. Not knowing. How close am I? After I do the duo brow pencil, I like to take a spoolie and kind of I need to cover some dark scars though. So you're still going to get your correct foundation shade. What we'll do is get you a concealer, the CC concealer, or if they're dark because of pigmentation, then we can possibly look at the peach color corrector, which was what I used at first. And then you can airbrush your foundation on over. You don't want to match your foundation to the scars. We'll go in there and lighten up the scars to cover it. As far as with the peach color corrector or the CC concealer, and then you do the foundation on over that. Okay. Oh, thank you. Shannon says she loved my brows. My brows are sometimes the topic, so that's awesome that you like that. So you got the warm shades? Shannon, email me. But what I would suggest, hands down, our customer service is still working. So please, I don't know how you purchased it, but call our customer service. The number is on your stuff that you ordered. Call customer service. They're going to make it right for you. So just say, hey guys, this is too dark. Heather told me. They know me. And we can figure it out. They're going to send you the right shades. So definitely call customer service. They're all equipped to help you. And then come back here so we can work it through. So we can talk about covering scars and covering things like that. Okay. Jeannie says, I'm super fair, but would love the plum. You can, Jeannie, you can use the plum. I would do plum and probably 2 drops of love or glow. Or you can even mix a drop of your foundation in with it to help lighten it a little bit. But Shannon, I'll tell you what, the good news, the good news is practice with that wrong color. Just practice, because if you can get that down and have it look good without any streaks, without any hot spots, even though it's the wrong color, then by the time the right color gets there, you're perfect. Now, what I would maybe recommend is if you got 2 shades of foundation and you have love and you have your blush, obviously go with the lighter foundation and then put some drops of love in it and see if you can get that mix right as well. Sherry says that she's stoked because her face is clear. Guys, how many times do we run into that? Because we're not touching our skin. We're not having that constant wear and tear on our skin. I'm going to use our Nude and Naughty palette. And I love hearing that. I love hearing the fact that, you know, skin is clearing up, that things are happening because you're not having the constant irritation, basically. I'm going in with the Nude and Naughty to do my eyes. I want to do this first. I'm going to go in actually with black first. Oh, Shannon's prone to breakouts too. I mean, for those of us who've been airbrushing a while, if I could have done this in high school, I think my parents and I would have gotten along better. Not that we had a bad relationship, but I mean, can you imagine a teenager not stress for the fact that if they had a breakout? Like if I had a breakout, I'd be like, okay, whatever, I'm just going to be airbrush. It's okay. Less problems. But yes, it's perfect because you're not going to touch your face. All right, so I went in with black first. And the fact that, you know, black might, you know, you might look at it and go, oh, I don't know if I can do that. That might be too heavy. But I did it first. And then now I'm going in. Let's do this coppery color. I like that color. Yay. I love hearing that. So now I'm going in with the coppery color and doing that right over the black to blend that. Oh, Mary Grace says she's so happy with airbrush. That's a one thing. Like if number one, you cannot base anything off the very first time you use it, period. Because no one is going to be an expert the very first time they use it. If you think about it, you weren't an expert the very first time you did regular makeup. So don't expect to be an expert the very first time you do airbrush makeup. You're not touching your face. And so if you can remember that, look how pretty that looks. I love that. That's just two colors. Whoop. Too bad I'm just going to be at home. So now I'm going to go in. You know how I love doing eyeliner with just eyeshadow, but I am going to use this gold to put that underneath, a little bit different. The same gold bronzy color I used for my lid, I'm going to put underneath. So a little bit different, a little bit fun. And even like we talk about the pigmentation in our foundations, but guys, the pigment in these eyeshadows is amazing as well. Deborah says, Heather, eyes always pop. Thank you. Look at that. Just did a little bit of gold. I love it. All right. Now I'm going to take let's see. What can I do? I'm going to, let's do this one. I'm going to take the Cut One palette right here. And I'm going to do, who gave me the cry face? Who's crying? Nobody cry, please. Shannon wants me to come do her makeup. Please, nobody cry. If you're crying, talk to me. What's going on? All right, so I'm doing a little bit, just warming up the face. Going in, doing a little bit on the side of my nose, blending that out, bam. And that's the other thing that I love. I mean, if you saw that I was touching my face, like you're not even seeing my skin move. Like I barely have to touch my face because it's so pigmented and so light that you don't have to. And plus the fact that you can it doesn't have to be all or nothing. You can actually do some traditional makeup with airbrush. If I wanted to do all airbrush, bam, I'm done. Do I have to do that? No, I can mix and match. I have a high hairline. Shannon's saying I have a high hairline. So do I go a little darker near my hair? Yes. So, well, Shannon, not with your foundation. Think of the foundation. The foundation's going to even you out. You want the foundation to make your face flat. So you just want to even out the skin tone, cover any imperfections, bam. Then you're going to bring some movement back into your face with blush, maybe with a little bit of contouring, things like that. But you can, now I said all that to now contradict myself, you can go in and I airbrush contour a lot as well. And that's when you would go in with the darker shade around the temple hairline area and down here as well. Okay, so you definitely can do that probably with the darker shades that you have now, because it doesn't have to be a big, huge change of like a difference in the shades. Kimberly says, first time watching, great personality, very informative. Thanks for doing live sessions, learning so much. Kimberly, you are the reason why we are doing this, girl. We want, I don't know another company out there that does live sessions, and we are on all the time for you guys. So no matter your schedule, well, right now I know we're pretty open, but no matter your schedule, you can jump on, you can watch them later. Remember, we are on YouTube most of the time, and then Facebook at 4. All right, so now I'm going in. I have my eyes done, and I'm going to go in and curl my lashes. And I love to curl my lashes. It honestly opens up the eye. I will curl my lashes if I put on fake lashes. I will curl my lashes if I put mascara on. I will curl my lashes if I don't put mascara on. It really does make a difference. All right, so now, Jeannie says, airbrush is so kind to my wrinkles. It is so true. And that's, I always, cringe when I hear people say, oh, no, it makes my wrinkles and crinkles stand out. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. It's not supposed to. So if it is, what needs to happen? We need to tweak something, right? And I love mascara, so I do a lot of passes. So I'll go, it's hard to talk right now. Go back and forth, top and bottom. And I love this brush because it's pointed at the end, and so you can help separate. Pull them in different directions if you need to, with my curling ones on that eye. There we go. And I'll probably add some more because I do like my mascara. Yay, Shannon even agreed with that. She was like, yes, I look so smooth. Love it. All right, so now let's add some lips. I've been into these bright colors, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if it's because summer's here or what the case is, but I changed my setup obviously again, and now I'm trying to get things out of the way. All right, what do I want? Let's see. Oh, we do have some of our lip stains on sale. Should I do a lip stain? Oh yeah, let's do this one. This is the Moroccan Rose. Thank you, Lenny. Loves my earrings. All right, so I'm doing Moroccan Rose, which is that color right there. And this is the lip stain. So when I do the lip stains, I work pretty quickly. And then I leave my lips apart, like this, and then I lick my lips. With the lip stains, you do not want to do this. If you do that, that's going to break them up. So definitely leave your lips apart. And I love it. Now, right now, I can move them together because it's wet still. But you do have to work with them pretty quickly. If not, you'll be in trouble. Just kidding. Because they do stay on 4 days. Okay, now it's drying, so I don't want to rub them together. So I can go in, make sure the lines are even. And always check with my mouth open and with my mouth closed. And then get it off your lips. I mean, your teeth. Girl, Shannon just asked how long the lip stain stays on. I have actually gone to the dentist and took a picture I had Tame on, took a picture before I went in and then after, and it was on. So if you do purchase the lip stains, purchase our wipes. You will need to purchase these wipes because it's the only thing that gets them off. But they stay on all day. They will stay on all day. I find it depends on what you eat, but normally I wouldn't have to touch up at all. I've even had one on, went to bed, brushed my teeth, all of that. Didn't use a wipe and woke up and I had it still on the, like a little ledge of it. So they do stay on. Just make sure you're on all your teeth. And now I had to lick them. So after they're set, after they're dry, I go in and I will just lick them to make sure everything's okay. So there you go. All right. Yeah. Check out the lip stains. The lip stains are 2 for $24. And if you're new, since we do have a lot of new people, so let me show you real quick. All of our packaging are daggers and they look like this. So like this is the slick liquid vinyl slick liquid lipsticks. This is, where's the stain I just used? This is the stain I just used right there. And this is the mascara I just used. And look at that, they're daggers. So it's great to package them in your purse or, whatever. They go together. Bam. But they are the lip stains are 2 for $24. So you definitely will want to check those bad boys out. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope to see you next time. Please, please, please jump in and say hello to us. Renee takes the morning shift. I do the afternoon. We start at 8 Central Time and we're on all the even hours. And then at 4, we're here and on Facebook. So please, please, please join us. Make sure if you're on YouTube to hit subscribe so it pops up when we are on for you. All right. Thank you so much again for watching and I will see you soon. Bye for now.